week back at school. All the students have met their new teachers and friends and are settled into their new classrooms. We learned from Ms. Dunn at Gathering that Lower School has a theme this year.
Yes, in a world where you can be anything, be kind.
I like that. Sometimes we forget how important it is to be kind.
I also learned something I didn't know. Sacred Heart Ranch to celebrate 175 years. Let's go to our field reporter, Brent, with Mr. Baber to tell us a little bit more about that.
Hello, Mr. Baber. I'm here to ask you a few questions about the school.
Well, hello. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
What did the school look like 175 years ago?
That's a great first question. This is our 7th location. So 6 locations ago, we were in New York City on Houston Street. It really looked like what we would call today a brownstone, 3 stories, and it would have been someone's home that the Society of the Sacred Heart purchased and opened up a school for girls.
Oh, that's very cool. Did they have uniforms back then?
Did they have uniforms? I don't think they had uniforms like you have uniforms, but they certainly would have had a dress code. They would have looked perfect in their dress. They would have been, their appearance would have been cared for, and they would have been serious about their work that day. And they would have looked that way too.
Another question is, did they have nuns for teachers?
Oh, absolutely. In those days, so we're talking about 1840s, 1848, 1850, there would have only been nuns. They would have done everything. They would have prepared the meals for those who needed lunch. They would have taught math, science, history, religion. Everything was taught by the Society of the Sacred Heart, and we called them the nuns, the RSCJs. They ran the schools.
Oh. This is a big question. Why did St. Marilyn Sophie Barak create Sacred Heart?
That's a great question. St. Marilyn Sophie, I think, my understanding of why she created Sacred Heart Schools was twofold. One, she wanted happy children. And she thought for sure the way to have happy children was to let them know that God loved them unconditionally. No matter who they were, what they did, God was crazy in love with them. And as you know, when you have a sense of being loved, there's joy that comes out. You have purpose, you have energy, and you want to do something to show the other person that God's love is present in the world too. That was really the reason then and now as to why we have Sacred Heart schools.
Okay. How many Sacred Heart schools are there in the world?
That's another good, you have very good questions. So there are 128 Sacred Heart schools in 41 countries. That's a lot of schools. 41 countries, 128 schools across the globe. And of the 128, there are 25 in North America.
Was it only Catholic?
Was it only for Catholic girls? No, not at all. Even from the very beginning, before St. Marilyn Sophie died, she founded a school in Algiers. And there were many girls who were of the Muslim faith in Algiers. And she never saw that as a problem because she wanted Muslim girls to become more faithful Muslims, to be better at their faith. Just like she would want Christian girls to be better at being Christians. No, there was never any sense that it was only for Catholics.
Do you know when the goals were made?
When the goals were created, I do know when they were made. They were first written down in the way we know them in 1975, a long time ago. They were always practiced and lived and taught, but not in the way that we know them now. The 5 goals we can easily recite really came to us in 1975.
Have you been to any other schools?
I have been to every school of the Sacred Heart in North America except one. It's on my bucket list. I've been from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Montreal to Miami, and there's one school I haven't been to, and it's our school in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
And the last question is, which one is your favorite?
Which one's my favorite? That's easy, Greenwich.
Thank you, Mr. Baber, for answering our questions.
Well, thanks for bringing the questions to me. I'm glad you're here.
I can't wait for some of the celebrations we have. 5 birthdays to celebrate this week. Abby, Grace, Lillian, Lucy, and Valentina. Happy birthday!
That's the news for now. some fun pictures of Lower School in action. Remember, be the reason someone smiles today. Have a great week. From our hearts to yours.